I'm Lauren Kelly.
And I'm Chelsea Beers, and you are listening to...
It's ApPARENT. Because for some people, it's just not obvious.
A weekly podcast where we discuss and laugh about parenting, all the joys and sorrows, and all the special parts of us that died as individuals. While drinking booze.
Cheers!
Didn't pick it up.
I don't know. I got a little pause it and go back. I don't know. That was our nice elevator music to start.
Thank you. You're welcome. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yay. Hi, friends. Welcome back.
More shams because we got it down finally. Although
right.
I still have post-traumatic stress every time I hear a little pop. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to explode.
Right. 2 bottles? Are you kidding me? Jesus.
I can't.
Who are they? Who orders that much wine? Shut up. Shut up. Judgy bitch.
Acting like everybody in Benicia doesn't have a drinking problem.
Yeah, please.
What else do they do
in a
here?
small town? Are you kidding me? I feel like that's all that people do. No, that's stupid.
How do they keep Benicia so small? It's so close to all these bigger cities, and it's still so small.
Yeah.
I don't know what else people do. I'll tell you what they're not doing, having sex.
Okay, good segue, Lauren. That was very, very organic.
I haven't had sex in a very long time, and I'm really upset about it.
Yeah.
Dude, I look good. I've been working out. I don't even know if you've noticed. Have you noticed?
I don't know, because we like hang out in our pajamas. So it's like I don't dress
All right,
up.
next time you show up to record, I'm just going to be nude.
Well, that's a stretch. But I don't...
She's like, ooh, I can't work today. This is awkward.
Yikes. So this is our last show.
Where are you going to sit?
So I don't know. We both have been working out. Both of our bodies are tightening up, which is really, really cool.
Tight.
I'm
People like it tight.
So tight. It's crazy. God, this is so inappropriate. Right, but there's that whole stigma like that comes along with, oh yeah, you're married. Well, now you're not going to have sex anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's just a known
Is that a
fact.
stigma? I don't know.
Everyone says that. Like,
Maybe.
oh, so you're married, so you don't have sex anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like life takes over and sex takes a back seat. And it's, and it sucks because that's not how it should be. It should be exactly the opposite.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually the sex that's the problem, or it's the connective aspect before the sex.
Oh, that's the thing.
Because I feel like I'm assertive enough. I almost said aggressive enough.
Well,
that's all I mean.
Well, I almost picked up the microphone to drink it. I literally went to the microphone.
We talk about sex for not even 3 minutes, and you're already like flustered.
Because I can't handle it. This is a topic I don't know about. I'm a virgin.
No kidding. Oh, poor Chance. He has no idea where he came from.
Right. When do you become a virgin again? How long does it take? Is that a status?
I don't think it's a realistic thing. I've always heard about that, but I don't think it's a realistic thing because I had a friend of mine say, because she had children, like she just randomly pisses herself. Every once in a while she laughs or hiccups the wrong way.
Yeah.
But it happens to me too. And I don't know if so it's just an age thing because I've never had a baby.
Oh, right.
It's just an age thing.
Right.
It's gotta be, right?
I mean, yeah.
I was lifting weights at the gym the other day and I was like, whoa, wait. Did that?
I don't think
I'm already sweating.
Yeah, and I don't do that. I've had a baby, but I didn't have a vaginal birth. He was cut, I had a C-section. And so,
but you're still holding him there, right?
Right. And so a bunch of stuff is still engaged and happening down there, but I did not push him out. I was in labor for 70 hours, but I didn't push him out. And so I haven't run into that, where I do a jumping jack and then I pee my pants. Like, I haven't done that yet. So...
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, just
so
it's coming.
I won!
Yay! So, see, you are a mom.
Yeah,
see?
I am a mom.
Once you pee yourself, that's a rite of passage. Congratulations.
Dude, I just feel like I shouldn't have to work as hard as someone who's single to have sex. I shouldn't have to work that hard.
Right.
It should
just be...
Okay,
so here's something that I did for a dear friend of mine who I will not name, but I did that because they were kind of running into a rut, like it was just a routine, You know, he goes to work, she's with the baby, they come home, have dinner, you know, do the bedtime thing, and then they go to bed. Every day is the same thing. You know, and he was a little upset because he's like, he wanted it, you know, and she was like, okay, but I'm also exhausted. Like, I just need you to recognize how much work I actually do, even though I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Sex. I said that.
But the stay-at-home mom thing, you know, a lot of people don't respect that and don't see it as a job and this and this. Fine, whatever. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense to me, but a lot of people have that mentality. So I actually helped them out by taking the baby, you know, and I was like, please let me.
You kidnapped the baby?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. You know, like stress sex, you know, just like, right? What are we going to do? Let's have sex. Like just, right. Panicked. Where's our child sex? So that's a thing now.
And Chance has a sister. Right. So, no.
Right. So I have an announcement. I steal babies. So anyway, I went over there, you know, one day and Chance and, you know, and their kid, you know, we just hung out all together, but I also helped her set up this like date night for her husband. You know, they also have a trailer like you guys do, you know, like a mobile home thing. And she set it up and there were like flowers in there. There was music playing, you know, and they had, you know, dinner in their takeout and all this stuff. And it was like almost a little getaway.
That's cute.
In their backyard, but they were able to go there and hours. I didn't see them. I was like, did you die?
It's only supposed to be here for an hour and a half.
Right.
It's literally Friday.
I will steal your kid.
I got here on Monday.
So it was a really nice gesture that I could do to help them.
Yeah.
Because what they needed was literally time with themselves. You know, it's like, don't just jump into bed and be like, let's have sex because we're supposed to have sex, you know, because then it has this rapey vibe and I don't like that. It's just that's not sexy in any way.
Well, it's hard though because it's also, you're right, it's not as intimate for sure, but it also, I mean, it takes place of pleasing yourself. Right. And you could do that just as fast.
Right. But there's something
with less cleanup.
There's something to, you know, having that intimate connection with somebody and you know, having that intimate time with them and blah 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 blah. Like that's something that I miss now that I'm single. It's like that's something that I want to have. I want to have that. But I also want I want to feel beautiful and wanted to somebody else. You know what I mean?
But isn't that just a woman? Like, because that's it. That's the stuff for me that's missing. If I don't have that, then I'm kind of done. And I know that Danelle finds me attractive, and I know that he loves me because he is the way he loves is very different than the way I love. And you can
see that from as a third party. You can see that man loves you.
Yeah. Yes. But I just wish that he would, you know, do more than just randomly grab my ass or try to poke me with his cock every once in a while. It's like we're passing each other in the bathroom and I'm like, got my towel on and I'm getting out of the bathroom and he's like taking out his pants and he's like trying to poke me with his penis. It's like, stop. You're like a child right now. You just need to go to the bathroom. Just go to the bathroom.
Look what I found. Look what I found.
Seriously, like, look at this. That's not sexy. That's sexy after we've had sex. And then you're like, look, you know, then you're doing a fun little silly thing. Don't do it before.
You have so many rules.
Know your place.
No wonder you don't have sex. Doesn't know when to do it.
It's not that hard.
If you just follow my manual that I've written out for you and
that's
Excel form.
That's legit it. I tell you exactly what it is I need. And it's not that much. It's not unrealistic.
Right. It's only a 34-page manuscript that you need.
No, it's 32 and a half.
Okay.
And if you're a quick reader, it's not a big
I
deal.
was counting
It's also available on audiobook.
The title
which I have personally narrated myself.
Got it. Beautiful.
It's not that hard. Don't give him an out. It's not that hard, honey. It's not.
He doesn't listen to this, so I don't know why you're saying that. So
maybe one day.
Right? This will be the one that I share to his page. So I don't know. It's just because there is that stigma that comes with marriage where people are like, well, we never have sex anymore. But I make fun of people on stage about it all the time.
Well, he wants it too.
So you two are sitting really close together, so you're not married. And it's like 100%. Yeah, it's true. You know, married people are the ones that sit across from the table from each other, who don't want to talk to each other, who are there to have drinks and look at everybody else. Like, I mean, it's constant. It's one of the constants that I can count on.
I think
when talking to the audience,
that makes me the most sad about that is that when we have had our intimate moments and we get back to the basics and we do connect, it's immeasurable. It's something that, and this is how I know that he's my person, is I've never had that connection with anyone else. Mm-hmm. But it's like you said, taking the time. Rephrase.
Well, I think both of those are very valid because you have to make the time sometimes. You know what I mean? And you have to, prioritize making your spouse or partner feel like they are the most important person in your life. You have to, because a lot of times you just assume that they know that, but you have to take that time to be like, okay, right now it's about you. Let's take 3 hours and just be, it's you and me, you and me, you and me. Everything else is dog shit right now. But let's and me be, just you and me. You're the most important person to me right now. Let me be the most important person to you right now. Let me pamper you, pamper me, and let's, reconnect. And it's like, and you have to make that mental note because that has to be something that happens.
Yeah, but you also have to seize the day.
But it's also really, really easy for me to say this as the most single person on the planet.
That's what I was saying. I'm almost wondering, do you think you've had sex sooner or most recently, or me? When was the last time you had sex?
I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a really long time. But you vocally talk about how long it's been for you, so I feel like it's been longer for you.
I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time for me, but and the fact that both of us don't know how to answer that question.
I know, it's sad too.
Right. Like, I feel like I should open
That's
up my
when you
calendar.
know it's a long time.
Right. I feel
because I can't remember.
I have no idea.
Granted, I mean, I drink, so there's that.
Cheers to that.
Also, I have a really hard time remembering things lately anyway.
Yeah, what's that?
I can't remember even the kids' appointments. And I was like hardcore with that. I mean, they just stick in my head.
You don't just write those down and just have a family calendar?
No, I did. I do now, but I never had to do that before.
Wow.
I didn't have to do it before.
But that's too much. Because now you're putting too much pressure on yourself to remember your schedule. Mm-hmm. Not only do you work at a place that counts on you being there, but you have multiple jobs on top of that. So measuring just your schedule, that's enough. But because A, we're getting older, and B, we won't put down the fucking glass, is like, now you're adding on, your two kids' schedules with school and extracurricular and Danello's schedule. So then on top of all four of those, not only that, but you want to also add time to have husband time, have spouse time, have marital relations, and you have to figure out when that's going to happen, and you can't physically do all that in your head.
And I made a conscious choice to kind of like take the back burner with all of it. Because I was like, this is not my responsibility. Why am I taking all this on? So since I've done that, I've really struggled. But I started writing it down. Now I got it. The kids' appointments and stuff like that.
Yeah. But I have to, when Josh and I were together and we had his schedule, my schedule, and then I think this was also doctor's appointments, and then also when Chance was born, I had his like feeding schedule, like stuff like that I had to keep.
Right, but then you guys also have other people's schedules as far as people who are watching
him and stuff like that.
So then you're working with those.
So I had to get one of those desk office calendars, big ass ones, I had that on the wall, and each one of us had our own color, and that's a good idea. That was I'm a visual person. I had to do that. I was like, Josh, when you get a new job, when you get this, use your color and then write down every day that you need to work, because then I can figure out when I can work, because my schedule's a little more flexible.
Right.
I always work at night. He never works at night because he has to work during the daylight because he installs gardens and all this. And so like it just worked out for us. And it was perfect. We ended up having a system. It was great. But that's how I had to keep it straight, was a big ass calendar where everyone had their own.
We spend the majority of the time, this is our foreplay, asking each other, so when is the next, what date is that appointment? Okay, so who is it? So who's going to bring them? Well, are you working? When are you off?
That's foreplay, or that's dinner
that's
dinner
all we've got. That's the majority of the conversation we have.
So what happens, here's a question. What happens when you guys are like, winding down. The boys have gone to bed and they're doing God
We go to
knows
bed at the same time, if not
fuck
before.
they're doing in their room. Gross. But what happens when you guys like you turn the TV off? Let's migrate towards our room. And, you do your routine of, like, the washing your face and the this, and this.
Gotta do my skincare.
Plug your phone in. And then you guys end up in bed.
I put my earplugs in.
There it is.
And
that's great.
I take off my clothes.
As a spouse, let's connect. Put your fucking
I cannot sleep without my earplugs. He snores like a motherfucker.
Right.
The boys their alarm goes off 4 times a night. I don't even know why. They don't get out of their bed until 7 o'clock.
Oh my God.
So I don't know why their alarm goes off multiple times a night.
Right.
I can't sleep without my earplugs. My earphones, I call them. So I put my earphones in.
Yes.
I take off my robe, my clothes.
Yes.
And I go to bed.
Okay.
And I say goodnight.
You two lay down in bed next to each other. Do you kiss each other goodnight?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We do. We say goodnight.
Do you guys sleep with pajamas on?
No,
or are you
I
naked?
don't, but he does. Because I sleep very hot. And so
I'm a very hot sleeper as well.
Because it's a little chilly. I've been waking up and he's got like his hoodie on his head underneath the covers. And it's weird actually because you think that you would be hotter being next to
a person.
A heater.
Right.
But no, we both go to bed nude.
Okay.
We sleep nude. Now, finally, because that was something
Good, that's a step. Great.
When I moved up here, I always slept nude by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And when I had roommates, I would sleep nude. That's just how I've slept. Mm-hmm. And then when I moved up here, when I was first a part of their lives, I wore clothes, of course, because I didn't want to make the boys feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. So we're over that now. I sleep nude. It's no big deal. But that's it. We say goodnight. We give a quick kiss. Just a quick. It's like,
oh my God.
It's not even, it's just I don't even want to call it a peck because it's just,
good night. Your skin happens to touch.
Good night. Love you.
Okay.
And then I roll over always on my right side because I can't fall asleep unless I'm on my right side, which is also very strange. And then he puts his big hand on my ass and then we fall asleep. And then as soon as I am asleep, I guess I hit his hand off. He always tells me I hit his hand off, but I don't remember doing it. And then my cat sleeps on me too. So I've got his hand on my ass, and I've got my cat on
you guys are legitimately like halfway there. Like you're so close to have. I mean, it's like you're so close to having sex.
The other night, he's like,
you're both naked.
He's like, I love you.
His hand is on your ass, and you're like,
I know. Okay. He's like, I love you, and I said, you too. And then he goes, you too. He said something.
You too.
He said something. And then I went, huh? Because I got my earphones. Like, I know what he's saying if he's saying I love you because I hear that every night. But he said something else. And I'm like, huh? And then he said it. And I'm like, what? And so I had to reach up and take my earphone out. And I was like, what?
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, so I'm just trying to see how
he steals me earplugs from work so I can wear them.
I don't care about your fucking earplugs anymore.
He knows.
I don't care about them. Let's stop talking. That's not the important part of the topic.
A naked woman with headphones is not attractive.
Those are earplugs. They're not headphones. Don't ever say that again.
Earphones.
So, they're not earphones either. They're earplugs. Okay, so let me ask
you.
No
cockroaches is going to my ear. That's for sure.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, go.
Because you two are naked and his hand is on your butt, if he just happened to like come over and start like kissing you on the neck,
that would be nice. He never does that.
I'm not asking if he does that. It's clear that he doesn't.
He pokes me with his penis.
Great, good. Okay, so he doesn't have finesse. Clearly.
Right.
So what I'm asking is if he just took that extra step and kissed you on the neck, started, like spooning you.
Caressing me.
Started rubbing your body, would you be into it?
Absolutely. I always have. I've always been receptive to
don't
it.
act like, duh, bitch. Of course. Don't act like that because you're like,
how come you're talking to me?
I have my fucking headphones.
I don't need to hear him judging me. I could have my earphones in. It's fine. Yeah, I would be receptive.
So you're into sensual, silent sex. I get it. Okay, got it. Thank you.
No, but not necessarily. I would want my earphones out at some point.
I'm just asking if it's something as little as that you guys would be having more sex. Great.
Yeah, I don't think it would take much. I might have a 38-page manual, but I don't think it says in there that, it takes a shit ton of stuff to get me excited.
Now, here's another question. If it's something that you want as well, what would happen if you waited 5 minutes to put your earplugs in and you started caressing him?
By the end of the day, I don't have any more to give.
Absolutely not. That is the most ridiculous response I've ever heard.
Just being honest. I have emptied my cup so many times.
But marriage is one of those things where
I've got to always give.
You give a little, you give a little, you give a little. And I get it. But
what have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah.
You haven't sung in a really long time, and now
it's
I remember why.
It's obvious. Oh, it's so rough.
I don't know. I don't know. Because it sounds like it's such an easy remedy for me.
Of course.
But that's because I'm a third party.
And I bet if you ask him, it would sound just as easy. And there is
maybe
something.
I will. I have him on Marco Polo, so maybe we'll start a dialogue
just
today.
Marco him now.
Great.
Yeah.
Danilo. No. Okay, Google.
Donatello? This is the Ninja Turtle known as Donatello.
I like that you went straight to the Ninja Turtle and not the historical figure.
No way.
Donatello.
Never, ever. Never historical.
What color was Donatello?
Blue.
Oh.
Am I right?
I don't know. Raphael is red. Michelangelo is orange. Donatello and Leonardo. Those are the last two.
I think Donatello's
and
blue.
And they're blue and purple, and I always get those two mixed up. Raphael's red and
Ask
Michelangelo's... Google. Okay, Google. We did not know this was where we're going to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Unlock. There we go.
If we have a question, we can just ask.
It's on silent.
What I mean?
Yeah, it's on silent. I want them to hear it. Let me turn the media up. Oh, listen to me do
Here's
all
what
of it.
I found on the web.
Great. Thanks, bitch. Okay. What color is Leonardo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Here's a summary from Collider. Raphael will still sport red and wield say. Michelangelo has the orange mask and uses nunchucks. Donatello wears the purple mask and has a staff. And Leonardo is in the blue mask and prefers swords.
Prefers swords.
Thank you.
They all prefer pizza, if I recall.
They are.
And they live in a sewer.
They do.
And their sensei is a rat.
Yes, duh. Splinter.
How come cartoons aren't like that anymore?
Oh, man. But the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the 90s movie, was so, like, just aesthetically, it was so much more pleasing to look at. The most recent one, what was that, 2016? Mm-hmm. I couldn't watch it. No. It just looked so disturbing to me.
And it was really dark.
Yeah.
Like, the whole movie, it was all dark.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe my eyes are going, but I really struggled to see it.
Yeah, but that 90s one with Casey Jones, remember how, he was hot.
I know.
And then the reporter, April. Oh
Where
my
do
God.
the hot people go?
Jesus Christ. I remember their names. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So I really hope you guys have sex tonight.
Probably not tonight, because
you have no more to give. Is that what it is? Mm-hmm.
Listen.
Okay. Go ahead. Break it down for me.
No, I'm not even going to complain. It's not worth it. You're not going to hear me. No one else is hearing me.
Okay. I'm not having sex either. Okay, here's the thing.
So you're upset that I'm married and I have penis and I don't have it.
Yeah, you have it at your disposal and you're not having sex. I don't have that. I don't have a disposable penis. Oh, God, not disposable. Oh, that sounds really awful.
Oh, do you know about those sex dolls that are coming out in 2019?
Oh, yeah, I saw those. Yeah. Did you see the guy one?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Oh, yeah, fully.
I mean, I'm kind of down for it. They learn shit from you.
Yeah. Isn't that terrifying?
But isn't that what a person is supposed to do?
Right. But this is to replace a person because people don't go out and make human connection anymore. They're always on their computer screens. They're always on their phones. And so they don't have human connection. So they're going to buy a fucking computer to have a human connection with, quote unquote. That's what's happening now. It's the saddest thing on the planet, but yeah, I will buy one. Okay, great, because I don't have anybody. Okay, so, God, I didn't know this was taking this
turn. Can he pay for a date? No, you'd have to give him money.
Right. Well, he has your fucking credit card information saved because
they're
going to remember that. He's going to remember your security code on the back of your card.
I'll tell you what, it might be worth it if you're like, hey, I want a back rub and we'll have sex. If he remembers that.
Right. But God forbid they like malfunction and turn into an exploding champagne bottle like while he's inside you. You don't. You have no idea. You have no idea. I
can't believe you just brought that up from last week. I can't open a champagne bottle.
No, you can't.
What am I expecting?
I don't. Right. Which is what they should be saying when they buy a man. I mean, it's just. Right, I mean, I'm just saying.
No, it's true.
So I don't know. Okay, now here's another question, and this is gonna get really personal.
Oh shit!
Right now,
All
but
right.
I have a question about how there are all these different remedies on how women can keep themselves fresh. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now there's all these different soaps and there's all these things
douches
that have douches,
and...
which I've heard nothing but terrible things about douches. You're
yeah,
never supposed to douche, right? Even though they have some that don't have like perfumes and scents,
waste
and
of money.
Whatever. You're not supposed to douche.
Yeah.
Right.
What is it called? I forgot, but it was a feminine body wash, and that it's still to date one of my favorite commercials. And the guy's like using this. He's like in the shower and he's like, "This body wash is amazing." She's like, "That's my V wash." And he's like, "What?" And she's like, "My V wash." And then the rest of the commercial is him like chopping a log and like running, up a hill, like pulling a tractor, like anything masculine he could possibly do because he washed his body with a female product.
Right. So now,
so sad.
But there's a question about this because, every woman is different, but your vagina is so sensitive.
Yeah.
And it has to have a level of bacteria in it because it's self-cleaning.
Yep.
And it's one of these organisms that just remedies itself, but you have to maintain this fresh
a similar
regimen there. And so my question is like I actually was never taught how to continue that fresh cycle with I was never taught that as a child.
What do you mean?
Like in like high school and in college, like where we would do like sports and stuff, I would watch other girls how they washed like themselves. Like that's how I learned how to wash. I never knew how to do that. Like it was just very, I just figured it out, like watching other people do it. Is that weird? You're looking at me fucking crazy.
No,
because
I don't like remember my mom like walking me through it, but
and
I
don't know if she did or not. This is not a dig at her if she's listening, but I don't remember actually at home learning how to.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Like wash myself, and it did take myself looking at.
But I mean, you learn like wiping, like you don't wipe. Right. You knew that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fucking idiot.
No, but that's my point. So like we learn things just like eating. I don't remember the process of learning it, but we know how to eat.
Right.
So I think that's probably the age you were when you learned it.
I totally agree. But then there was this time where I was just like I don't feel like right now I don't feel like I'm as fresh as I should be. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's like I want to go to these stores and I want to buy these washes for women's areas, but then I don't want to use like these synthetic scents and I don't want to use these, chemicals and this isn't because I shouldn't have to do that.
Right.
But then it's like a question of do these homeopathic things work to keep yourself fresh? You know what I mean? Like there was this wash that I looked up homeopathic ways and blah, blah, blah. And it was baking soda and apple cider vinegar. Right? And it was
your vagina?
And it was like a wash where you create like this cream and you like wash with it and then you rinse it off.
In your vagina.
But like not like inside. Like you don't like insert
exterior.
it, but like exterior wash it. But I tried it and it burned. I couldn't walk for 15 minutes.
Yeah, no.
Like it burned like crazy. And I was like, what is that?
Here's something I will say. Whatever you do and you do it enough and it's the same thing you do, eventually your body will adjust and adapt. So I've never done any of those specialty cleaning things, even during that time of the month or after that time of the month. It's just been, you just wash it like a normal organ and you flush it with water, make sure it's clean from soap. That's always been something I was taught and I, again, don't remember my mom ever teaching me this, but it was like I remember that
it's in your wheelhouse,
make sure,
you don't know why. Right.
Make sure no soap stays and make sure nothing with sugar. So like if you're using a lubricant or something, nothing with sugar goes near there because that will create a yeast infection.
It will,
And
yeah.
I also learned this the hard way. When you sweat after a really good workout,
Yes.
like you should always wash within an hour or two,
Right.
because otherwise you can also, or if you swim a lot.
Yes.
Anytime
I
it
learned
stays
that one,
moist down there, because it's already a moist organ as is,
Right.
to keep it as dry as possible
Right.
for the majority of the day. And again, this is an organ we're talking about, so how do you care for it? You
Right.
know, it's like having armpits, I guess, is kind of how I look at it. But the pH changes so often, right? It's like you forget to wear deodorant one day, and unless you're doing crazy activity, like you don't normally smell. But if
Right.
you don't ever wear deodorant, you always do.
Right.
Because the bacteria builds up.
Right.
So I don't know.
It's
But
just-
there's
it's an
there's
interesting
natural ways.
Right.
And
someone actually told me, you know what, if you actually feel any sort of itch coming on, put a clove of garlic inside of you.
in the hoo-ha.
Oh, fully.
Inside the hoo-hizzy.
Yeah, like someone was like, just like put like almost like a needle and thread, like something to it so that you can get it out, and then shove the garlic
Oh my God.
inside of you.
Why?
I actually looked
Garlic is awful
Oh,
smelling.
I looked garlic up just to see what natural things that it had. By itself, if you chew a clove of garlic, it is stronger and more potent than penicillin. It's stronger than penicillin. Like, stronger and more effective.
I don't know anybody that can do that.
I've done it. When I was sick, someone was like, "Oh, you're sick? Chew a clove of garlic. I swear to God, it'll be gone in an hour." I did not feel good. I felt like something was coming on. I chewed a clove of garlic. It was the spiciest thing I've ever had in my mouth. But I chewed it up, and I was like...
That was before you were on this show. Thank God I couldn't have been near you.
Right, because it comes out of your pores.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been to the Stinking Rose?
No, but I did.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's delicious.
Listen, I used to live with a guy, or no, I didn't live with him. The guy I was dating lived with a guy.
There it is.
Who always had, every meal, he had garlic. You walk in his house, it smelled like garlic. His clothes smelled like garlic.
Right.
Every time he sweat.
Did you ever see him sick?
His name was Michael Jackson.
Oh.
I'll never forget it. That was his name, Michael Jackson. Really nice guy. But did you ever see him sick? Honestly. No.
Right.
Nope. He was never
Garlic
sick.
is one of those incredible things that you, like...
But you're gonna put one of those up your vagina.
Let's do it right now.
No, that's obnoxious. There are many things I will put up my vagina, but not a clove of garlic.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just saying that someone told me if you are worried about something that's happening down there, a homeopathic way is to shove garlic in your vagina. And I'm like, okay, thank you so much. Here's your...
Did you look
here's
that
your
up?
order. I did.
What did it say? They said legit?
It was on a homeopathic
So
website.
how long do you leave it in there?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't go that
Oh,
far.
you didn't go that
no,
far?
I was terrified.
You were like, wait, this is real? I can't.
I was like, my vagina will burn off. I'll turn into a Barbie. Like, it'll just be nothing. It'll be a plain, flesh-colored plate.
Surface.
Right.
Shit, you think about what it did to your mouth.
Oh, God.
God, no kidding. Can you imagine, like, what if you start dating a vampire or something? You're never having sex.
Oh, my God. I'll take anything right now. Vampires, sign up. I don't give a
I
shit.
want to suck your blood, but your vagina is scary as fuck.
It's been way too long. Ugh, I'm over this. Let's go get garlic.
I'll go for garlic fries.
Hey, you can check us out individually on our websites, chelseabierce.com and lauren-kelly.com, to see all the super exciting things we're up to.
And make sure that you like, follow, and share. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter at It's Apparent Pod.
And if you wouldn't mind, please review us. We'd love that.
Yeah, make it count. We out.
Boom. Bye.